Hey guys, I'm going to be doing just a quick review of my Rimowa Hybrid Cabin suitcase. I'm sorry to all the Germans out there if I butchered the pronunciation there. Um, yeah, I mean, I've used this suitcase quite a bit for both business and leisure travel. It's been a good suitcase. A lot of you are probably wondering, is it worth spending $800 or $900 on a suitcase like this? For me, the answer is no. And I'm just going to go through some of the things that I like about the suitcase, some of the things that I don't like. And hopefully it can help you decide whether or not you want to purchase this. So I apologize, this is not going to be like a professionally edited YouTube video, but yeah, here it goes. So you can see there's several scratches and scuffs on it. I've used it quite a bit, but in general it's held up really well. There's nothing that's broken on it or anything like that. One of the reasons I went for the hybrid version is because it's a little bit lighter. It has the polycarbonate shell instead of the aluminum shell. I think it saves you a pound or so on the weight. But it is still a fairly heavy suitcase. I have this suitcase, but I also have maybe a $300 Victorinox suitcase I'm going to be doing some comparisons with. And overall, I think the Victorinox suitcase is about half the weight empty. So that's 4 or 5 pounds or so. That's pretty significant. So continuing with the negative things about the Rimowa, a lot of people rave about the wheels on the Rimowa suitcases and how smooth they are. And yes, I agree that they're very smooth as long as the surface that you're rolling the suitcase on is completely smooth, like at an airport, or for example, these floors that I have, here at my house. But as soon as you get onto any kind of sidewalk or road, they're really not so smooth anymore. If there's any kind of like pebbles on the ground, these wheels just don't handle that kind of thing very well. And honestly, you can see these wheels on my Victorinox suitcase. They're the Hinamoto silent run wheels that you see on a lot of higher end suitcases. These wheels are a little bit larger diameter. I don't know if you can see, but they're maybe like a few millimeters larger. And they have this nice like rubber on the surface, and it really helps to smooth things out on surfaces that are not completely smooth. And I think this Victorinox suitcase handles any other surface that's not completely smooth better than the Rimowa. So one reason you might be looking at the Rimowa suitcase instead of some other cheaper suitcases is that it has these, latches instead of the zipper closure, which makes it, in theory, easier to open and close. But I found that these latches, they're smooth, they work okay, but really you can't do it with one hand, unfortunately. You can, but it's very difficult. And if you overpack the suitcase at all, it's fine getting them closed, but it's really just not easy. To open them when your suitcase is overpacked is really a pain. You have to compress the suitcase so there's no load on the latch, and then undo the latch. So it's really just not as easy as I would like. So another thing that I don't really like about the Rimowa is the system for, I guess, fastening your clothes or whatever you have in your suitcase in place. So it has these weird floppy things that are not really, they're secured to the suitcase, sort of, and they're not gonna fall out or anything. But it's weird. It's like if you put your suitcase on a bed or a table in a hotel, it's like, what do you do with these things? They're kind of just flopping around. But when you in theory, you have some clothes in here and you can close this up and it secures with this Velcro, which is, pretty slick. And it has this little extra pocket, which is kind of nice. But overall, I really just like the simplicity of these kind of zipper covers in the Victorinox better. So yeah. So one of the other things I don't like about the Rimowa is it really attracts a lot of attention. And so I don't like that. I've had people, look at me as I'm walking with it. I've had, it's been on the baggage claim conveyor at the airport, and people are like, I've seen people point at it and comment about it. Um, People really know this brand, and whether you like that or don't, maybe that will influence your decision. I personally don't like it, and but if you do, then maybe you like to attract attention. Maybe this is a good suitcase for you. Um, and so I'll kind of use that to segue into the good things about the Rimowa suitcase. One of the really good things that I love about this suitcase is it's so sturdy and so well built that you can use it as a stool if you need to at the airport. You can actually sit on it, roll around on it. Um, if you're waiting in a really long line or something, I've found myself using it as a chair many times. So that's really a nice feature. Another nice thing is this handle. I mean, it feels really sturdy compared to this Victorinox suitcase. Granted, the one in the Victorinox suitcase is never broken or anything, but this just feels much more solid. And I like that it has it doesn't have specific levels that you can, height levels for the handle. You can kind of adjust it to any height that you need. It's like a continuous adjustment, and it will just stay, which is really quite nice. The handles on this suitcase, much better than this Victorinox suitcase. The Victorinox suitcase only has one handle on the top here somewhere. Yep, right there. This has, a really substantial handle on the side if you need to carry it, on the side. Or this handle on top is a really, really nice feeling rubber plastic. And yeah, it just feels really nice to handle and grab. Much better than this other bag. So yeah. Also, the Rimowa has these nice feet on the side, on the back side. Really nice when you need to set it down on a table or hard surface where you might need to slide it or something like that. This suitcase, the Victorinox suitcase, has nothing like that. And really, just the overall quality of the Rimowa suitcase is really, fantastic. Is it worth $800 or $900 or $1,000, whatever these cost now? Honestly, for me, the answer is no. Functionally, this Victorinox suitcase is, really, for me, it's overall it's better with the wheels working, in my opinion, better. Um, the weight of it is pretty huge. The convenience of, the zipper covers on the inside. Um, yeah, the weight. It's really just all these things together. Make me reach for the Victorinox suitcase almost every time, and also the attention. When I'm carrying this Victorinox suitcase, nobody looks at me twice, and I kind of like that when I'm traveling. I like to be mostly anonymous. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you make a decision which suitcase to buy. So yeah, have a good day.